everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today we're going to do a wear test on the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. You guys must be thinking, didn't she just post a video about decluttering the overabundance of makeup she has? Well, my friends, I'm not doing this wear test with a full bottle that I have purchased. I actually picked up a tiny sample from Sephora, and that's what we're going to do the wear test with. This one, not a full bottle. And when I swatched it on the back of my hand in a Sephora in Vegas, right next to the Venetian where we were staying, the lady there said that is sheer, so it matches you better, and that's what I wanted to see. I have the second to last shade, which is very disappointing. But if what she says is true, then there's like a spectrum of shades that can wear even number 9. I'm going to show you guys the application and then we will continue with the wear test for the rest of the day. By the way, I'm wearing the other dress that I mentioned in my Amazon dresses video that I was thinking about. I swapped out one of the dresses for this one and I absolutely love it. I wore it during our Vegas trip. So if any of you like to wear these fit and flare kind of dresses and have a body type like mine, then this might be a dress for you. Okay, so I'll link that in the description box below, but let's get into the application. Okay, so I have moisturized my face with the Shadow Benefiance Wrinkle Resist Eye Cream and Dior Hydra Life Fresh Hydration Sorbet Cream. And then I'm gonna apply my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer all over my face and the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer just in my T-zone. I feel like this is just a liquid form of the Tarte Silk Canvas or the e.l.f. Putty Primers that became so popular last year. This is an older product. I've had it for longer. And then here is my sample. I have the shade number 9. They have actually 10 shades and I'm second to the last shade, which is pretty disappointing because I'm very sure I'm not that dark. Just went and wetted my beauty blender because I'm thinking that I should just apply with my fingers on one side of my face and then one side with my, not beauty blender, the Juno sponge. Ooh, I think it might be time for a new one. But yeah, I really like the finish that I get with this sponge. So the lady at the counter said that it's kind of sheer, so it kind of blends in, and even if you don't have an exact match to your complexion, it still looks good. This is, in my opinion, a teeny bit too warm actually, which I'm gonna count as a positive because most of the time the foundations in the market are a little too cool for my skin. So that's with my finger alone. I didn't apply much because I usually don't apply too much of foundations anyways. This might actually even be on the higher side of what I usually apply. Looking up close, the only difference that I'm noticing is that this side, like right here, looks more shiny versus this side looks more matte where I have applied with the fingers. And that's usually, I have had this experience before with the Juno sponge, that it gives a little bit more radiant finish than my fingers, and that's what I like about it also. I'm noticing that I'm not able to keep the foundation on my nose for some reason, which kind of might mean that I have to set this thing. Right, at least right now I can't say that I'm very excited about this foundation for sure. You know how I feel about my Pacifica foundation? I don't feel that about this one. In fact, I feel like it's more on the light to medium coverage side. Let me see what the website says. It's a light coverage. Okay, alright then. Let me powder the face. I'm going to use my reliable Bella Pierre powder. Alright, so here is today's makeup. Let's see how it lasts. Honestly speaking, if I look here, I feel like it's either a little too sheer or something. I'm not super happy about it. It's okay. It's just okay. See you guys in a few hours. Alright guys, it's 9 p.m. So this is about 9.5 hours later. The kids have gone to bed. I'm super exhausted and I just kind of retouched my lipstick just because I had time. Anyways, so what I'm noticing is that my face has gotten a lot shinier. I usually don't mind a little bit of shine. It feels a lot more shinier, especially on my forehead and such. the make foundation has definitely wiped off from the tip of my nose. I see some dryness. My nostrils are extremely dry at this moment, but I can see like some of the foundation kind of stuck to like the sides of my nostrils, and then a little bit of settling in my smile lines. Now I don't know if camera is capturing that or not. Besides that, I think everything looks kind of okay. I feel like I need to give this foundation kind of one more chance to shine without using any of the silicone based primers underneath, because this foundation already seems pretty heavy on dimethicone variants. So that's what I think I'm gonna do again tomorrow. And tomorrow I think I'll be able to give you guys my final verdict. When I looked through the ingredients, none of the ingredients kind of jumped out at me as like really nice for your skin. So I don't know. I'll have to look through it one more time, and then maybe by the end of tomorrow, when I'm done doing the wear test without any silicone primers underneath, I'll talk a little bit more about that. Today I have a little sample of the Bobbi Brown face base on my face, and then I have just done some concealing with the orange concealer from LA Girl and the C13 concealer from Makeup Revolution. Both of these products are in my panning project this year, so I was like, why not use them up? Here is my sample again. So I got to thinking that this is a tinted moisturizer, which means most probably it's to be used by people who want to do their makeup quick, or rather who don't even want to sit down while doing their makeup. So just a moisturizer or something like a Bobbi Brown face base seems more appropriate than any kind of like heavy silicone based primers to me. One thing I have to say that it does blend very, very quickly. The other side, I'm gonna apply it with my sponge because that's how I would usually apply it. Yesterday I felt like very less amount of product was settled in my creases, and I'm wondering if that is because of with silicone based primers. So it'll be interesting to see today how this works out. The first thing I'm noticing is that with the face base rather than with the silicone primers, the product seems to be, I'm checking in the viewfinder as well, staying better on my nose. By the way, this moisturizer is tinted. Alright, like it's gonna stain your fingers if you end up using your hands, and yeah, you want to wipe that away. It looks like there's like a heavy coat of stuff that's gonna end up on your clothes, and you don't want that. So there you go, that is what my face looks like. I have used my Shapeshifter palette and the cream products from it. I use basically the contour shade and the highlighter. Then I use my favorite blush, and I use the Bella Pierre powder just underneath and around my eyes to kind of set the concealer, because I felt like the concealer for sure will definitely need to be set. So I might add on a little bit of eyeshadow during the rest of the day, but that's what it looks like right now. I think it looks pretty good. So let's see how it wears during the day. Okay, see you guys in a bit. It's been an hour and a half. This is where I am. It is for sure transferring a little bit, so if you can see here, but again, it's a CC cream that I haven't set with any powder. Given that, I think it's pretty acceptable, this level of transfer, but I'm liking it this way. Okay guys, it's about 7.5, 8 hours later, and I ended up wiping away the eye makeup that I did, and along with that, I think I wiped away some of the concealers, but we were not focusing on my eye region anyways. I did end up wiping away my lipstick as well, because I was wearing a different lipstick, and like an idiot, I ended up deleting the footage of the look that I created, so I'm gonna recreate it now. But that's why I'm doing this check-in, in case I end up messing up my face in the process. But yeah, right now, as you can see, I am definitely picking up a little bit of the makeup with my paper tissue. I did sleep on this side of my face. I took a little nap, and I don't know if anything has gotten wiped away, but it is not so much that I would notice. I would notice, maybe other people would. I won't. I don't. My face is definitely shinier. Not a big fan of that, but I think my face does get to this level of shine if it looks like how I like it to look in the mornings. Okay, so this is pretty normal for me, but given that I never set my face, this is pretty good. It is, again, as I'm blotting away, I am definitely picking up the foundation. in terms of the creases, there is definitely some settling in my smile lines and some settling in my nose crease. Overall, I have to say that I do like this CC cream applied this way. I like the finish of it. I like how quick and easy it was. I would of course apply it with my sponge, which needs a nice wash now. Actually, I need to replace it because I ended up gouging it. I have plenty of replacement sponges because I'm fully stocked for no reason. Anyways, thank you again for joining me. I hope you liked this review. If you did, don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up. I think this is the way to go in future for me, that if I am attracted to a foundation, I need to get a sample, and Sephora gives you enough to try it like 2 or 3 or 4 times, and if I like it, then I would replace one of my current favorites with that foundation. I would be sharing my favorites with you guys soon, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.